Hey folks, it's been a while. This show is going to be a little different than it was last time. Last time I posted a quick vid just letting people know the beta was up, jump on it. And this time we're going to be talking about the Halo Reach beta, which launched on May 3rd. Now, to get into the beta, you need the copy of Halo ODST. When the beta launched, the little words "play the beta" show up when you're in the ODST menu. You click on that menu and it brings you into the beta. Once you get into the beta, there's two options: theater and matchmaking mode. Theater, obviously, if you played Halo 3, is for watching gameplay footage, stuff that you've done, games that you've played. Matchmaking will throw you straight into all the multiplayer game types. Right now, they have Slayer Arena, which is the more competitive, higher tier MLG, geared towards style of gameplay. And then you have the more social gameplay. You got the Social Slayer and the Social CTF, and they have Invasion. Now, chances are, if you're watching this, you've probably seen hundreds of Halo beta preview videos, so I'm going to try to make this as different as I can. First, I'm going to start off with that the menus themselves are a little different. You can see Bungie's taking a little bit less of the kind of 3D model menus, like, in Halo Reach when they had the little 3D environment in the background. They've gone to a more artistic approach. You can see that they have more painting art style as their menus. I think it's actually a nice approach. It saves resources, obviously, because Halo Reach is going to be a lot greater of a resource hog because they have the new engine. So I think this is a good turn. See that they've gone into a different, more grittier direction, and their art direction does show some of that. Okay, so you've probably heard all about the weapons already. Generally, the weapons are basically the same. The only difference is they added that deviation, the recoils when you fire the weapon. Kind of what they did in Halo 3, but a little bit more exaggerated. In a way, more like Call of Duty now. So weapons that have range, like the DMR, the new needle rifle, the pistol, sniper rifle, things like that. Even the assault rifle will have added deviation if you just hold or hammer the trigger. So with the assault rifle, just do controlled burst. With the pistol, just DMR and other controlled aim weapons like that, just do nice controlled shot after shot after shot. Find the DMR is great for do 2 to 3 shots, break for like half a second, and then finish them off with the last 2. Some people do 4 shots and then they take their time in the last shot. But if you're fighting against elites, the problem is their shields regen real fast. So if you're playing invasion mode, you want to go 2 or 3 shots, or like 2 shots, half a break, 2 shots, and then kill that guy. Just slay him real quick. As humans, they start out on top of the ship in Boneyard, so they have the advantage with the DMRs, pistols, the long guns. The elites, basically, their only tactic is basically a D-Day mad rush toward the Boneyard ship that they're on. That's probably the only tactic they really have, because they're in open ground, and they do have some advantages because they're healthier, they got more shields and stuff, but they're bigger targets, they get picked off real easy. And the active camo, from what I found, is probably dang near useless when you're playing on Invasion Mode Boneyard, because when you start out, they see you, and they can easily find you when you're invisible, so you're better off with dodge. So dodge your way up to the ship, and then take out the first objective. As you can probably see, if you haven't already played the beta, there's a huge difference between the elites and the Spartans. Well, maybe not so huge, but in terms of size, the elites are definitely bigger. Their shields regen faster, they have more health, they move a little bit faster when they're walking normally. But they're also gigantic in a way. It's good and bad for them because it's kind of imposing, but when you have guns, you just shoot them anyway, so they're just bigger targets. But they do have a couple of the little rolling dodge, bob weave, whatever the hell you want to call it, but that does kind of, help them a little bit. But other than that, in normal combat, they're just gigantic. The Spartans, on the other hand, seem pretty weak compared to them, because the elites, one-on-one in close CQB, they can get taken pretty bad by the elites if you're not watching your corners and not doing what you're supposed to. You get rolled pretty easy. Right now, I would have to say that Invasion mode on Boneyard is probably my favorite map, and it's probably my favorite game type. Although I do hope in the final game they have more of the invasion style gameplay on multiple maps, because it can get kind of old playing the same map, especially if you've already played it in the beta. Hopefully they make a couple changes, and who knows, maybe a night map, who knows. But so far, Boneyard is definitely my favorite. Second is Powerhouse, which it shares a lot of resemblance to, not trying to say Zanzibar, but High Ground. Zanzibar, High Brown, they kind of all the same theme about power generating structure, and the lighting and the environments are pretty much the same in Halo 3 and Halo Reach, basically. But basically, there's this powerhouse, and if you're playing stockpile, it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. You're just capturing flags and bringing them back to your spawn, and you have to defend those as well. But capture the flag is very interesting because you're assaulting this one structure at the very corner of the map, and you have your jetpacks and you have your arm abilities, which we'll get to. And it is a very dynamic map because there's a lot of vertical stuff too, because the map is a little different than previous maps. There's a lot of verticalness. It's hard to explain, but you'll find yourself shooting up and down at foes more often than not. Now, there's a couple other weapons. I mean, rocket launchers, still the rocket launcher. They have this new, I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's like the beam rifle meets the little laser thing that they got. It's effective. It takes a couple seconds to kill somebody, but like when you get hit by that, kind of doesn't scare the pants off you, but it freaks you out. So it's like a mind-affecting weapon, because you can see that thing when someone's shooting that from all across the map, even if it's not at you, and it is an imposing force. The Spartan laser's back. They add a new grenade launcher, which is very good. It's only good at a certain distance, though. I mean, it has a time delay from when you shoot it, so unless you get a direct hit on the target, it'll hit the ground, bounce, and like half a second later it'll blow up, or you can hold it for a manual delayed explosion. But it's really good in the medium range. Once the enemy starts getting closer, you really have to get a direct hit, otherwise you're just going to get rolled. Now the pistol is back. The pistol is powerful, it's accurate. It does have a little more felt, you have to control your shots a lot more than DMR. It doesn't recover from its recoil as much, but then again, it's a larger pistol. I mean, it's basically a 50 cal pistol, which makes sense, but it still packs a punch, and to be honest, whenever I play, I don't even use the assault rifle anymore. Yes, the assault rifle, even though they've tried to give it more of an upgrade, still is not as potent as it could be. It's still, I mean, you can get kills with it, but it's more, you shoot someone, you soak up their shields, and then try to finish them off. It's more of a mop-up gun, or a gun that you have when your main goes out. It's really not that great of a main gun. But I mean, it's nice that they kind of improved it a little bit, a little more accurate, so it's not completely useless. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but the Neo rifle seems a little easier to use than the DMR, although it doesn't seem as powerful. But if you get those body shots, especially on unshielded foes, they will explode, or anywhere actually. If you get a headshot, then it kills them instantly if they don't have shields. But they also added this new plasma grenade launcher, which launches homing plasma grenades, and yeah, when you hear those things coming at you, you like run for cover, otherwise you're dang near guaranteed to get a giant bright death. So yeah, stay away from that thing, or if you hear it, run the hell away, sprint. Alrighty, so that's my scoop on the beta, and I will leave you with some gameplay footage, and I hope you all see you in the beta, and that you kick some serious ass in invasion mode, so we will see you there. Out.